Hi there, and welcome back to our channel. My name is Cath Anne, and this is the Homework Help Show hosted by Homework Help Global. It is so hard to believe, but we are on episode 50 of the show. Here on the show, we provide you with valuable content for your academic and student life. Let's jump in. Academic writing is simple. It is simple to write an academic essay as long as you know the appropriate formula. Today on the show, we hoped to provide you with a strategic formula that you can use in your academic writing and that you can follow each time you write an academic essay. The formula might seem boring at first, and you may be tempted to add some personality into your essay. However, remember, when you are writing an academic essay, it is very important to avoid trying to entertain your professor and focus on writing and conveying the knowledge that you know about a topic at hand. Use this formula on essay tests, in formal essay assignments, and even in college entrance exams. We will break down the formula using the 5-paragraph essay. The formula can also be used for longer essays as well, or any type of essay that you are writing. It can go from a 5-paragraph essay to a 5-page essay, depending on how much content you have to write on the topic. In general, the formula follows this pattern. State your thesis in the first paragraph. Follow that up with 3 points of interest about the thesis. At the end of the first paragraph, use a transition sentence to bring everything together and lead into the next paragraph. Each following paragraph will highlight 1 point about your topic at hand. And then finally, the essay will conclude with, of course, a concluding paragraph. To help you remember the formula, you can use this acronym: OPT, O-P-T, 1 rest, 2 rest, 3 rest, C. If you're doing a test, it might help to write this down in the margin of your essay exam. You will begin by opening. This is the O part of the acronym. Use an opening sentence to open your topic. You will usually be introducing your thesis statement, and you will use because in this first sentence. The P stands for points. Next, you will want to discuss each of the points that you will be overviewing throughout your essay. Each point will then stand for one of the paragraphs throughout your essay. Make sure that you write them in sequence in your first paragraph so that your reader will understand when you will bring up each point in the essay. Finally, the T stands for transition. This final sentence in your opening paragraph will be to help you transition from the information you provided in your introduction and move on to the paragraphs. Next, you'll move on to your rest paragraphs. Each of these rest paragraphs provides information about some of the points that you've brought up in your introduction. You will want to include supporting evidence and then also a transition sentence. The first paragraph is called the 1 rest paragraph. You will state the reason for the information using different words. You will provide evidence for this information. You will provide a summary to support your evidence, and then again, you will look at providing a transition sentence into 2 rest, your second paragraph, providing information about your topic. This will follow the same pattern. You will provide a reason that you have included this evidence. You will provide some evidence. You will then summarize the information that you provided. And again, you will provide a transition sentence, moving you on to the 3rd paragraph. The 3rd paragraph then is your 3rd rest, and this will be providing your 3rd reason. You will provide your reason, the evidence that you've included this reason, a summary of this evidence, and then, of course, a transition sentence. Finally, you'll move on to the conclusion. Conclusions can be tricky. Some professionals say, don't summarize the rest of your essay. Some people focus on that they want you to summarize the rest of your essay. Some professionals also believe that you should not bring up new topics or new information in your essay at the conclusion point. However, some people say you should. So what is the right way to go when you're looking at writing a proper conclusion? I feel that briefly summarizing the rest of the points that you have included in your essay can be really effective, and restating your thesis statement. The conclusion can be a really great opportunity to summarize what you've said and to conclude in a high note. It is also fine to include some new information or something that you think may come of the research, as long as it's relevant and truly fits with the rest of the essay. Here are some ideas for your conclusion. Give a brief summary of the main points of the body of the essay. Ask a challenging question. Use a relevant quotation to summarize what you have discussed. Compel the reader to act upon the information you've provided. Give a warning. This might work with something like climate change. Compare the information you've provided to other situations. Here are some things you should avoid doing in your conclusion. Ending with a summary that sounds like your first paragraph. Your professor won't like this because it looks like you haven't done as much work. Avoid introducing a new topic or a new subtopic. Avoid bringing up a minor point that you discussed in your essay. And definitely don't apologize for not being an expert. I also wanted to mention that if you're using this formula in an essay test, keep in mind that your professor is looking for specific responses to information that they have provided throughout the course. If you're looking at conclusions and providing information, make sure that you stick to the information that the professor has included throughout the course. This is not a time to bring up different information or new opinions that you have. Although the professor might be interested to see what you have to say in a regular essay format on a test, they want to make sure that you've taken in the information that they've provided in their course. Is that all there is to academic composition, just providing this formula and making sure everything is okay? No. This formula is simply the basics in regards to academic composition. It includes much more research, organization of thoughts, minimizing words that you don't need, using a specific style. So although this formula can certainly be helpful in many contexts, you'll still want to practice your academic writing. If you're looking for more information on how to format an essay properly and use an essay outline, check out episode 47 of the Homework Help Show. There we discuss how to structure an academic essay outline. I think that'll really help you out. Okay, so that's it for me this week, guys. I hope this episode was of benefit. If you're looking to connect with us on any of our social media platforms, all of our information is linked and listed in the information box below. Feel free to jump into the comment section. We always love to hear from you if you have any questions or comments at all. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our content. Thank you guys so much for joining me on episode 50 of the Homework Help Show. I hope you have a great week and good luck writing those essays.